boy, PC Gamer just sucks now. Also, that song that just played, I made that. It's on my music channel, link in the description. Okay, let's take out the trash. Here's what I want Steam to be. A place where I can easily and conveniently find games I wish to buy them, and access them. I do not believe Valve and I's outlook on this aligns. First of all, that is what Steam is. If you can't figure it out, I'm sorry, but it's been the same for like a decade now. And second of all, Valve and I's. Is that correct? Genuine question. Hang on. Is I's correct grammar? It's fine as it is written. My wife and I is a noun phrase. It's apostrophe. But I's is not being used as a substitute for my phrase. My wife's noun. There's an entire forum about this. Look, I'm a theater major. I don't know English. Valve seemed to have some small interest in Steam performing these functions, but a much greater excitement for layering endless experimental systems on top of each other. The act of buying and playing games must itself be gamified from every possible angle, because we're actually about to complain about a storefront having features. That's actually where we are now. You know what's so funny to me? Is the Epic Games Store, Origin, Battle.net, Uplay, these services come out, everyone is like, guys, these have no features. Look at Steam. Steam's been doing this for years and years, and we like it. Just do that. User reviews, forums, digital marketplaces, digital item reselling. That's the stuff we want. Can you do that, please? And now here comes PC Gamer. Like, no, guys, actually, features are bad. We're PC Gamer. It's in our name. PC Gamer is the title of the website. Therefore, we are correct about things. You want features? Fuck you. Over the years, it's introduced trading cards, badges, and a marketplace for in-game items. It's given us countless different kinds of fake money, earned by spending real money, usually to be spent on stickers, emotes, profile backgrounds, and other gewgaws? What is a gewgaw? I'm gonna pull up Steam just so I can look at this. Countless kinds of digital currency? Last time I checked, if I put money in Steam, it's going to give me something. Like, hey, can I put $10 in my Steam wallet? Or hey, can I pay $14.99 for this game? And Steam's just like, all right, here it is. And if I put something on the marketplace and I put, oh, I'm selling this old H1Z1 crate for 3 cents, which is something that I actually did recently. I went back and I sold all my H1 crates that I still had. And it's like, oh, here's this money that's being put back in your Steam wallet. There you go. It's not like we have a bunch of V-Bucks sitting in there. It's just money. Now, are there other kinds of currency? Yeah, but my point is you don't have to use them. And the same goes with everything you just said. Trading cards, badges, yeah, I mean, those exist, but like, who cares? I'm sure some people care, but if you don't care, it's really easy to just not look at it. I'm sure I have a whole bunch of trading cards and badges. I don't know where they are. They're somewhere. Does that mean you have an issue with achievements on Xbox or trophies on PlayStation? Because those are, I mean, technically useless things that you get from playing the game. Some people like that stuff. And I also think it's really funny that you say a marketplace for in-game items. You're throwing that in the same group as trading cards and badges and then saying it's all dumb and it's all fake. A marketplace for in-game items is something that literally every game with in-game items should have. If you have a game with an in-game marketplace for items, for cosmetics, for anything, and there's a rarity system like with RNG involving how you get your hands on it, there should 100% be a marketplace for that. To trade with other players or to sell to other players. That's something literally every game should have. That does nothing but benefit the player and make the community more engaged with the game. And it also adds more value to those items. You seem to think trading cards, badges, and in-game items have the same amount of value, but they plainly don't. Most of the big annual sales now house their own meta games, from earning rewards based on your gaming activity to massively multiplayer clickers to more bizarre and esoteric. Hang on. I can't believe I'm like, what universe am I in where I have to Google a bunch of stuff from a PC Gamer article? You're using all these fancy words, but the actual article and the actual points you're making are some of the biggest garbage I've ever heard. Esoteric. Intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest. Is that what you're trying to say? You don't understand these things and therefore they're esoteric? That's not a great mentality to have as an adult. The currency and reward systems that go on during Steam sales, those are super easy to understand, but I really don't know what to tell you. When you fire up Steam during a sale, one of the first things it'll show you is a little pop-up telling you how it works. And if you don't want to engage with it, then don't. Again, it's just a feature that Steam has that engages you with the marketplace and engages you with the games that you're possibly going to buy. What is wrong with this? They often demand a daily investment of your time. Literally, they don't. There's an X button in the top right corner that you can click whenever you want. Aping the quests and battle passes of online games such as Destiny and Fortnite. If you have a problem with Destiny and Fortnite's business models, don't play them. It's that easy. You seem to think that you have to click on everything that's put on your screen no matter what, which is not correct. Like, is this the same attitude you have with door-to-door salesmen who show up? Like, are you just throwing your money away at anyone who asks for it? It seems really easy for someone to occupy your time, is what I'm saying. It's become exhausting. Endless, needlessly confusing systems obscure the basic functions you actually come to Steam for, and the rewards for completing them are either complicated financial incentives to push you into spending more money than you otherwise would, or shiny baubles for those who apparently use Steam as some kind of social network for people who miss the days of MySpace pages. Do those people actually exist? They better. The entire platform is geared toward them at this point. Holy cow. Okay, I'm only like a third of the way through the article. This is gonna be tough. So let's take this piece by piece. Endless, needlessly confusing systems. I'm trying to think of a joke to make, but I really don't know what's confusing about Steam. It's this bunch of games. You click on the game, you can buy it, or you can put it in your cart, or you can put it on a wish list, or you can go down to the reviews and you can write a review, or you can write in the forums about the game. You can go to the community hub for that game for all the information of the game. What is confusing about this? And financial incentives to push you to spend more money? I mean, yes, welcome to every store on the internet that exists in 2020. I hope you enjoy your stay here. There's always going to be incentives from stores to get you to spend more money, because you came to the store to buy something, and if you like the thing that you bought, you're likely to come back to that store. Every store does this. And Steam doesn't shove these things in your face. When you buy a game from Steam, it doesn't start like, hey, look at this thing, now look at this thing, now look at this thing. No, if you buy a game on Steam, it's like, hey, do you want to install it? And you click yes or no. It's like, all right, thanks, bud. Go have fun. And when you come back, yeah, maybe there'll be something popping up like, hey, maybe you'll like this game. It's like, all right, thanks, Steam. I'll think about that. Do you have no self-control? And as for the social networks thing, I personally don't use the forums on Steam, but millions of other people do. That's why they're still there. And that's why a lot of people want those features from other storefronts. User reviews, curator pages, forums, game hubs, these are really good things to have from a game. It allows the communities to talk to each other. It allows the communities to recommend other games to each other or not recommend other games to each other. It's a very quick way for people to get an understanding of the community without having to leave the launcher or the store where that game is hosted. If I'm looking at a game on Steam and I want to know what people think about it, I can just look right there. I don't have to leave to go to Metacritic or something, or go to Twitter and ask about it. It's right there. I can just ask people, hey, what do you think of it? Hey, what's the user reviews on this? It's really not complicated. I shouldn't be confused when I'm trying to buy something. Sounds like a you problem. I shouldn't have to manage an inventory. You literally don't. I shouldn't have to hide that inventory to prevent weirdos messaging me about fake guns for a game I last played over a decade ago. That literally has never happened to me. I play on Steam avidly, and that literally has never happened to me. I shouldn't have to figure out what to do with digital trading cards, so don't use them. Just let them sit there. Sell them for 1 penny each? Yeah, if you want. Or let them clog up your page forever like video game lime scale? The choice is yours. Yeah, both of those things are completely consequence-free actions. Either sell them or let them sit there. They're not taking physical space up in your house. They're just on your computer and on your Steam page. And they're on a Steam page that you have to go out of your way to go see. So if you don't care about trading cards, you literally never have to look at them. It's more than just annoying. I feel used. Oh my god, dude. You sound like the kind of person where if someone like came up to you and was like, hey, give me all your money, you'd just be like, shit, dude, here's my keys, take my car, take my house, take my job. Hey, do you want to meet my boss? Come take my company. It's become clear that Valve think of their user base not just as loyal customers, but as test subjects. They conduct economic experiments on us all, trying out systems and mechanics at different scales before rolling them out wider or discarding them. You just described every company ever. You test something out on your customers that you know like your product and see how they react to it, and then you decide whether or not to roll it out on a large scale. That's how these things work. The marketplace started with Team Fortress 2 hats, and now it's a major part of the platform, generating income every day through the pointless movement of digital nothings. And that is the most hilarious sentence I've ever read from a game journalist. Your entire job is the movement of digital nothings. I don't even necessarily think it's cynically driven. It's clear there are people at Valve who are genuinely passionate and excited about things like economic models and the ways populations can be managed systematically. That's a creepy way to phrase it. Fine, but I signed up for a shop front, not a sociology lesson. Well, it's really good that you signed up for that, because that's literally what you're getting. And as these experiments rumble on and mutate into ever less necessary forms, Valve neglects the core experience. The store is less usable now than it's ever been, utterly clogged with nonsense and shovelware with incredibly poor moderation. Yep, there it is, obligatory game journo complaining about Steam's moderation. The word moderation is in pretty much every article ever written about Steam past 2017. Efforts to tailor the experience algorithmically have created more problems than they've solved, making it increasingly difficult to get to a page you actually want, rather than the one Steam thinks you'd like. Okay, let's do an experiment here. Pick a game in your head, like a game you want to see. Go to Steam, go to the search bar, search the game, and click enter. Then report back to me and tell me what you find. I'm willing to bet 99.7% of you are going to find the thing that you were looking for. That passion for sociology, has translated into a fondness for crowdsourcing solutions to problems rather than simply paying professionals to do them. Yeah, it's almost like Valve has confidence in consumers to make their own decisions. Thus, bizarre new problems have been created, from review bombing and malicious tagging to genuine crimes like money laundering, unlicensed gambling, and fake games that hijack your computer to mine cryptocurrency. For the most part, the original issues that were supposed to be solved are still present. So let's go through these one by one. New problems that have been created from review bombing. Steam did not invent review bombing, nor is review bombing an always bad thing. I have a few videos about review bombing. I'm sure you can find them, but review bombing is not inherently negative, nor did it start with Steam. Maybe modern digital review bombing, you could make the argument started with Steam, but people getting up in arms about the makers of a product doing something shady and therefore trying to make the product look bad in reflection of the company or as a sign to other people that the company is bad. I would argue that's been happening since the beginning of modern commerce. What's the next one? Malicious tagging. Yeah, I mean, some tags are wrong. Okay. I mean, fucking checkmate, Steam fanboys. And then we have money laundering, unlicensed gambling, and fake games that hijack your computer. The money laundering and unlicensed gambling things are not my field of expertise, so I will not get too into detail about those. But I will say that money laundering and unlicensed gambling, it happens in a lot of places. Pretty much anywhere that involves digital currency, you can money launder or you can gamble. That's not a problem exclusive to Steam. Not too long ago, there was a controversy with money laundering in Fortnite with V-Bucks, which is one of the top 10 funniest things in the universe to me. Money laundering online through third-party sites and abusing third-party sites with, digital wallets, that's nothing exclusive to Steam. Same with the unlicensed gambling. Steam was at the forefront of unlicensed gambling because they have a direct digital marketplace. But again, you can gamble anything that's digital and worth money. People do that. It was just easier to do it on Steam. And then as for the fake games that hijack your computer to mine cryptocurrency, maybe I need to research that more. That seems like an easily avoidable problem though. I'm tired of it all. I don't feel like there's supposed to be a comma there. I think you could have just said, I'm tired of it all. When the big sales come around, I'm not excited like I used to be. Instead, I only feel wary. What treadmill is Valve trying to suck me into this time? Buying games. It's the same treadmill as always. Even as someone who spends huge chunks of both his professional and personal life on the platform, I still struggle to keep up or understand its idiosyncrasies. All these big words, man. Am I the only one that's noticed that? The journos with the worst points always use the biggest, fanciest words. It's like they're trying to make up for it. It's like they know nobody's gonna believe them, so they have to try and resort to argument from authority. My mom has been getting into games over the last few years, and I've had to try and explain it all to her as she goes, which has only served to make it seem even more ludicrous. Yeah, my mom asks me for help changing the font size on her phone. I don't think you're making a very fair analogy. No one should have to have a conversation with their mother about how to sell digital trading cards, so don't have that conversation. Like, literally just don't have it. And the problem is gone forever. Maybe I'm just a grumpy old man. Yeah, maybe you're onto something. But I can't help but pine for a simpler time before I was vaguely afraid of the store page. Even an animated game... Vaguely afraid of a store page. Oh, man. I know I'm bad at, like, finding zingers to end my videos on. But this one's, like, I can't find, like, what do I say to this? I feel like I used up my zinger budget just with the rest of the video. Do you use Amazon or like any online store? Or is that too scary too? Do you feel the need to just buy everything? I can think of 5 online stores off the top of my head that are way more intrusive and in your face about wanting you to buy extra things and extra bonus membership things. I can think of 5 off the top of my head that are way more in your face than Steam. Even during the big sales, Steam isn't that bad. What is it with game journalists and hating Steam so much? And then just writing up, oh, Epic Games, it's fine. Uplay's great, man. Origin's fantastic. GOG, what's that? Discord, what's that? Steam, fuck it. I also just can't get over the fact that you said Steam is pushing digital nothings. As a game journalist, that's your job too. And I'm not even shaming game journalism with that. Like literally, that is your job too. Oh my god. I gotta head out, man. I'm gonna lose my mind if I keep responding to stuff like this. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it because it's funny and I get enjoyment out of it. So, I mean, if you want to listen to my music, or if you want to follow me on Twitter, or if you want to donate to my donations links to those are in the description, or follow me on Twitch and sub to me on Twitch. I stream on Twitch a lot of the time. Man, this has just been exhausting. And it's only 10 in the morning. Good.